Boys for Life. Hey, this movie good. I want to say, guys, going to this movie, I was just pretty much just like, okay, it's an action movie in January. Tread lightly. I thought of it pretty much being like, you know what? It was like a summer movie, but in the winter time, so it kind of freaks my brain out. But it's got flaws for sure. It's not perfect, but I will say at the same time, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. It's just supposed to entertain you. Just want to be entertained in January of all things. Bad Boys for Life, you can't go wrong with that. Good seeing Will Smith and Lawrence. They're back again where they're, you know, aging. They still got that chemistry and everything like that that works. It's just age now. There's a lot of familiar tropes in the movie that you've seen done in other movies done like this 100 times. It kind of feels like one of the many, but at the same time, Bad Boys does still hold like a special nostalgia, you know, with me and everything like that, because, you know, the original was just amazing. Now we got a third movie, and I pretty much will say has the spirit of, you know, the Bad Boys franchise, and it's just living on good. None of the pros and cons, well, I believe that Bad Boys for Life, it comes out this Friday. I think you should take a chance and go see this movie. It's pretty entertaining, it's pretty high octane, does enough new things that you'll feel entertained with, and here's why. For adding the movie, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they're still good. Talk about Will Smith for a second. Will Smith is pretty much Will Smith, Mike Lowry from the last two movies. Just he had to change a bit. Do a little bit more of his backstory in this movie like that. It goes some places that's quite interesting, and you learn some new things about Will Smith's character, and that does make some good shit. Martin Lawrence, on the other hand, he's the comic relief in the movie and everything like that, and then I feel like Martin Lawrence, he was Martin Lawrence in the movie. When he plays off Will Smith, he's good, but there are some things in the movie just like, Martin Lawrence, he's kind of like Bruce Willis in this movie, more or less. It was an action star back in the 90s, stuff like that. It was awesome and great, and now it's like 2020, and it's just like, okay, I'm old. We get it. We get it, Martin Lawrence. You want to be Bruce Willis. You just want to slow down and be old after that. I get it. But there are some new characters in the movie, too. Some of them work. Some of them are just like, okay, you're just, you know, generic kill fodder, something like that. So there you go with that. DJ Khaled's in the movie. Why am I mentioning this? DJ Khaled is in the movie, but when you do see him, it is satisfying what happens with him in the scene and the movie is in, make you be like, you know what, just for that, DJ Khaled, that's worth taking a price. Take that as you want. Apply the movie more or less to that. You got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they're back again for being Bad Boys, everything like that. You know, it's been like, I guess, like 20 years or so. Martin Lawrence wants to retire, but Will Smith doesn't want to retire, and now pretty much there's a ghost from Will Smith's past that's coming to kill him, and now pretty much it's time for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence to get the band back together and just take this asshole out. Oh, that's like the short version of the plot. It does get a lot deeper. There are a lot of more hidden, deeper things that's happening in the movie that could be like, oh, this is like Winter Soldier shit too. I like that stuff. So I won't give it away. Just watch the movie and you'll be like, oh, this is good shit. Pros of the movie, I'm going to say that the action in the movie, it's an action movie for sure. Well, but the action is actually pretty good. There are like two key action scenes in the movie. One in the middle, one like towards the end. The middle action scene was actually really high octane. That scene you saw in the trailer with the motorcycle shit like that shit was business, and it was really good. And of course, the finale of the movie when, you know, bullets start flying and helicopters start getting destroyed, shit like that, and buildings are exploding. That's also entertaining, but it's also entertaining in that like kind of like third act generic action movie kind of feel, like you saw like, you know, Jason Bourne or something, or like one of the earlier Mission Impossible movies. Just like, okay, it's kind of one of them, maybe you've seen it before, but at the same time you just want to be entertained. It does entertain you. The comedy is kind of like hit and miss and everything like that. It does still have that Bad Boys humor and everything like that, but I will say there are a lot of serious moments in the movie where things are getting real serious, you know, between two characters or multiple characters. It's like a real touching, serious moment that hits you right here. But then Martin Lawrence would crack a joke and it would just deflate the whole thing, make you be like, yeah, I just wish they didn't compromise the serious moments for comedy in the movie, and especially in the comedy was like, it was kind of ill-timed comedy. Seriously, Will Smith gets this revelation, this real serious revelation, and Martin Lawrence cracks his joke, and it just deflates the whole thing, makes you just be like, no. Even if you're a casual moviegoer, you'll be like, that didn't need to happen. It didn't let the moment sink in enough to make you feel it and make you be like, oh, that means a lot. That's something. That's like my only real comment I say with the movie, other than the fact that the movie is kind of generic in the sense that it's an action movie that's come out like 20 years or so way too late. Like Bad Boys 2 came out like what early 2000s, something like that. Like, it's the year 2020. It's like, feel like Bad Boys 3 is just like way past the markers. We've had Mission Impossible, we've had Jason Bourne, we've had Die Hard. So again, just feels like kind of one of the many things. Like, you're not really seeing nothing new that you haven't seen done in other movies. There's elements of all type of other movies in this movie. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's just the thing you need to know. Like, you'll be like, oh, it was entertaining, but I've seen it before. Let's just say this. Bad Boys for Life is definitely a 7 out of 10, which is definitely worth seeing at matinee. It comes out in theaters this Friday. Take a chance and just go see it, because it's a good movie. You'll have a good time. As always, subscribe. Until next time.
Here they come.